welcome back to our English literature series. Today we are going to study one of the most famous novels in English literature, Pride and Prejudice, written by Jane Austen in 1813. If you are preparing for UGC NET set Assistant Professor MA English BA English, then this lecture is very important because this novel is asked almost every year. Don't worry if you have never read the novel before. Today I will explain everything in very easy English, just like a story. By the end of this lecture, you will understand background, plot, character, themes, symbol, literary technique, important quotation, and all exam point. First of all, let's talk about Jane Austen. Jane Austen was born in 1775 and died in 1817. She wrote only 6 complete novels, but all became classics. Her famous novels are Sense and Sensibility, Pride and Prejudice, Mansfield Park, Emma, Northanger Way, and Persuasion. She is called the Queen of the Novels of Manner. Queen of the Novel of Manners because she described everyday life of middle class and upper middle class English society. She did not write about kings, wars, or adventures. Instead, she wrote about family, marriage, love, money, social class, human behavior. Her writing is simple but full of irony and humor. The novel was published in 1813. It belongs to Regency period. England was fighting the Napoleonic War, but Austen hardly mentions them because she wanted to show ordinary domestic life. During this time, women had almost no career opportunities. A rich marriage was often the only way to achieve financial security. Talk about the meaning of the title. The title itself explains the novel. Pride refers mainly to Darcy arrogance and his belief in social superiority. Prejudice refers mainly to Elizabeth's quick judgment based on appearances and Wickham lies. Both characters are wrong. The novel teaches us that first impressions are often misleading. People should judge others through truth and character, not appearances. So, first of all, let's talk about characters and then we'll discuss the summary. The very first character and the heroine of this novel is Elizabeth Bennet. She is intelligent, witty, independent, and honest. She speaks her mind. She refused marriage without love. Her weakness is judging people too quickly. She grows throughout the novel. She is one of the greatest heroine in English literature. The next character is Fitzgerald Darcy. Rich, reserved, proud, responsible, honest. He first appears arrogant, but later we discover he is generous, loyal, and deeply moral. He changes his behavior after Elizabeth criticizes him. He becomes a better person. The next character is Jane Bennet, beautiful, kind, gentle, optimistic. She always thinks well of others. She represents goodness. Charles Bingley, friendly, generous, simple, cheerful. He is easily influenced by others but has good heart. George Wickham, handsome, charming, liar, selfish, greedy. He represents false appearances. His handsome face hides bad character. Mr. Collins, a comic character. He flatters Lady Catherine. He proposes to Elizabeth without real love. He represents foolishness and blind obedience. Charlotte Lucas, practical and realistic. She marries Collins, but she marries Collins for economic security. Austen neither praises nor condemns her completely. She shows the harsh reality for women. Lydia Bennet, young, immature, careless, flatterous, and she Her elopement almost destroys the family reputation. Mr. Bennet, intelligent but responsible. He loves Elizabeth but neglects his duties as a father. Mrs. Bennet, funny, emotional, marriage obsessed, although comic, her fear is understandable because of entitlement. Now let's understand the complete story in very simple way. Imagine a family living in the English countryside. This family is called the Bennet family. Mr. and Mrs. Bennet have five daughters: Jane, Elizabeth, Mary, Kitty, and Lydia. They have no son. And this creates a big problem because, according to the law of entitlement, their family property, Longbourn, cannot be inherited by the daughters. After Mr. Bennet's death, the estate will go to a distant cousin, Mr. Collins. Because of this, Mrs. Bennet becomes very anxious. She wants all her daughters to marry rich and respectable men before it is too late. One day, exciting news comes to the neighborhood. A rich young bachelor named Charles Bingley rents a large house called Netherfield Park. Everyone hopes that one of the Bennet daughters will marry him. Soon, a grand ball is organized. At the ball, Bingley immediately likes Jane Bennet, the eldest daughter. They dance together and begin to fall in love. Bingley's friend Bingley's close friend is Mr. Fitzwilliam Darcy, who is even richer than Bingley. However, Darcy appears proud and distant. When someone suggests that he dance with Elizabeth, Darcy says she is not handsome enough to tempt me. Now, Elizabeth overhears this remark. She feels insulted and immediately dislikes Darcy. This is the beginning of her prejudice against him. Some days later, Jane is invited to Netherfield. While traveling there, she gets caught in heavy rain and falls seriously ill. Elizabeth walks several miles through muddy roads to take care of her sisters. Darcy secretly admires Elizabeth's intelligence, kindness, and confidence, although he does not openly express his feelings. Around the same time, Elizabeth meets a handsome army officer named George Wickham. Wickham tells Elizabeth that Darcy treated him very badly and cheated him out of an inheritance. Since Elizabeth already disliked Darcy, she believes Wickham without questioning this story. She believes Wickham without questioning his story. And the readers also begin to think Darcy is cruel. Soon another important visitor arrives, Mr. Collins, who is the future heir to Longbourn and the cousin of Mr. Bennet. He first decides to marry Jane, but after learning that Jane may soon marry Bingley, he opposes to Elizabeth instead. He proposes to Elizabeth instead. Now, first of all, he wants to marry Jane, the eldest daughter, but when he came to know that Jane will marry Bingley, he proposes to Elizabeth instead. Elizabeth clearly refuses him because she does not love him. Mr. Collins is surprised but quickly proposes to Elizabeth's best friend, Charlotte Lucas. Charlotte accepts because she is 27 years old, has little money, and believes financial security is more important than romantic love. Her marriage shows the practical reality faced by many women during that time. Meanwhile, Bingley suddenly leaves Netherfield and returns to London. Jane is heartbroken. Elizabeth believes Darcy separated the couple because he thought Jane's family was socially inferior. Later, Elizabeth visits Charlotte at her new home near Rosine Park, where Lady Catherine de Warrow, Darcy's wealthy aunt, also lives. During this visit, some things completely unexpected happen. Darcy tells Elizabeth that he loves her and asks her to marry. However, his proposal is proud and insulting. He keeps mentioning how difficult it is for him to marry someone from a lower social class. Elizabeth becomes angry. She refuses his proposal. She also accuses him of ruining his sister happiness and treating Wickham unfairly. Now, she accuses Darcy. The next morning, Darcy gives Elizabeth a long letter, and this letter completely changes the story. Darcy explains that Jane appeared indifferent to Bingley, so he believes she did not truly love him. More importantly, he reveals the real truth about Wickham. Wickham is actually dishonest, irresponsible, and tried to run away with Darcy's young sister Georgiana to steal her fortune. Elizabeth suddenly realizes that she has judged Darcy unfairly. She says to herself, "Till this moment, I never knew myself." This is the biggest turning point in the novel. Months later, Elizabeth travels with her aunt and uncle, the Gardiner, to Derbyshire. They visit Pemberley, Darcy's beautiful estate, believing he is away. The housekeeper speaks highly of Darcy and describes him as kind, generous, and responsible. Elizabeth is surprised because this is completely different from what Wickham has said. Unexpectedly, Darcy returns home. Instead of being proud, he behaves politely and respectfully towards Elizabeth and her relatives. Elizabeth slowly begins to see his true character. Just when everything seems to be improving, another crisis occurs. Then, no, just when everything seems to be improving, but again another crisis occur. Elizabeth receives shocking news that her youngest sister Lydia has run away with Wickham. In those days, this was considered a terrible scandal. If Wickham refuses to marry Lydia, the reputation of the entire Bennet family will be destroyed. No respectable family would want to marry any of the Bennet sisters. Unknown to Elizabeth, Darcy secretly searches for Wickham. He pays all the Wickham debts and and convince him to marry Lydia. Darcy never tells anyone about about his generous action because he does not want praise. Elizabeth later discovers the truth and realizes how noble Darcy really is. After this incident, Bingley returns to Netherfield. This time, no one separates him from Jane. He proposes to her and Jane happily accepts. Soon afterward, Lydia Catherine visits Elizabeth. Soon after, Lady Catherine, who is the aunt of Darcy, visits Catherine. She demands that Catherine promise never to marry Darcy because Lady Catherine wants Darcy to marry her own daughter. Elizabeth firmly refuses. For the first time, Lady Catherine meets someone who is not afraid of her authority. Darcy later hears about Elizabeth's courage, and encouraged by her response, he proposes to Elizabeth a second time. This proposal is completely different from the first one. Now Darcy is humble and respectful. Elizabeth has also changed. She understands his true nature and realizes that she loves him. She happily accepts his proposal. Finally, the novel ends with two happy marriages. Jane marries Charles Bingley. Jane marries Bingley and Elizabeth marries Fitzwilliam Darcy. The ending teaches us that true happiness comes not from wealthy or beauty, Now, comes not from wealth or beauty alone, but also from love, mutual respect, honesty, understanding, and personal growth. Both Elizabeth and Darcy becomes better human being because they learns from their mistakes. That is why Pride and Prejudice is not simply a love story. It is a story of self discovery, moral growth, and learning to judge people wisely.